Welcome to Dorcas Hot Kitchen. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I make the most tastiest spinach stew, or inkontomire stew as it's called locally in Ghana. For the ingredient, you will need spinach. For the spinach, you can decide to buy a frozen spinach, thaw it out, squeeze out the water, and just have it as I have it here. Or you can also buy a fresh one. All you need to do is to blanch it, squeeze out the water, and you have it in that form. Also, I do have egusi, or agushi as we call it in Ghana, Wele or kpomo as it's called in Nigeria, beef intestines, mackerel, which I have fried because I don't have the smoked one, and I have about 2 large onions which I have diced up, 2 large tomatoes which I have also diced up. I do have in here a blend of onions, garlic, ginger, aniseed, and I do have rosemary in it as well. You need palm oil to prepare this stew. Also, I do have some cooked beans which I will add at the end of the stew, and salt to taste. On this plate here, I do have some salted fish, which we call it locally Momoni, and I do have Dawadawa. I do have some minced garlic and habanero pepper which I've sliced up. Let us get cooking. I added the palm oil to my pan. It was frozen, so I needed it to melt. So to this, I'm going to add the salted fish and dawadawa. Allow it to simmer a little bit. Just break this as you just push it to the side of your pan, and it will break apart. Stir it to infuse the oil. When you use salted fish and dawadawa in your stews and soups, you will not need to use any stock cube like Maggi or anything, because this is full of flavor and it's more healthy for you. Stir it up like this. Allow it to infuse about a minute or two, and we are cooking this on a medium heat. Add in your onions. Allow it to simmer. To these, add your garlic as well. And allow it to simmer. Allow the onions to cook, to infuse the oil, to build up your flavors. Stir continuously. As you can see, the onion is simmering very, very beautifully. Oh, I wish you were here to smell the aroma. Oh my goodness. It smells so good and so yummy. Ooh, I can't wait for this stew to be done. After about 5-10 minutes, you can add in your tomatoes, the diced tomatoes. Mix it all together. Give it a good stir. At this point, we are going to let it simmer for about 5 minutes, and then we are going to add our blended spices. Okay, it's time to add the blended spices. Ooh, it smells so flavorful. This stew, you can enjoy this with your white rice or boiled yam, plantains, fufu, any fufu of choice. It could be pounded yam, it could be banku, or even kenke. Give it a gentle stir after you have added your spices. At this point, we are going to cover it up and allow it to cook for about 5-10 minutes. After 5-10 minutes, you will see that your stew is almost getting ready. At this point, we can add in the egusi. Give your stew a stir to avoid the egusi from burning. I tell you, this smells so good right now. We are going to pour in the egusi. Make sure that you get everything out and then stir gently to incorporate it into the stew. Do you see that beautiful color? Wow, this looks so good. Give it a stir like that, and then we will cover it up and allow it to boil. We want the egusi to cook properly to avoid any stomach upset. Cover it up and lower your heat, and then allow it to boil gently for about another 5 minutes. After this point, we will add in our protein. I'm going to fast forward this process, but we will stir up our stew and then add in all the protein. Look how rich this sauce is. Because I blended habanero with all the other spices, the chopped up habanero I'm going to add at this point because I tasted earlier and it wasn't spicy enough for me. So this is going to give it that refreshing spice that I need and make it so delicious. I'm going to give this about a minute or two for it to do its thing so that everything can infuse together. And then we are going to add in our spinach. We are going to add in the spinach in at this point. Give it a stir. Mix it very well. This is flavor on flavor. Deliciousness. Woo! This deliciousness, you cannot bypass it. You need to try this recipe, y'all. I tell you, you will love it. You'll be amazed as to the flavors that pops out of this. Continue stirring so that the spinach will incorporate with the sauce very well, mixing everything nicely. At this point, I'm going to add salt to taste. Going to stir it up. For the salt, you want to add it to your preference, and also be mindful that you have boiled the wele and the beef and all the other meat with salt. So you want everything to match up together, like mix up well, and like, you know, for them to infuse their juices and their flavors together before you add salt at the end. You add the salt once you've tasted that, okay, this need a little bit of salt. That is what I did, and I added a little bit of salt to mine. We have been mixing this for some time now. We've allowed it to stay on the fire for about 2 to 3 minutes. Once the spinach goes in, you don't need to wait too long because you don't want to overcook the spinach. So at this point, I'm just going to add in 2 habanero pepper. This is just for flavor, and I like my food spicy. People in my house don't like it too spicy, so I like to leave mine in there. As I'm eating, I can crush it up and get the heat that I need. You need spice in your life, right? Okay. I know that I told you guys about the beans. Some members of my family like to have beans in their spinach stew. So as I finish off, I'm just going to scoop some beans. This is cooked beans, black eyed peas, and I'm going to add to the sauce and mix it in, and we are almost done, almost ready to dish. Look at that. Our sauce is all ready, and it's time to dish up. This will go so well. I think I'm going to boil some yam with this. Ooh, I'm so ready to eat. Get me some fish, add my pepper to it, and voila. The spinach stew is all done. Just take a look at this amazing deliciousness. Just look at that. It's so yummy, and I tell you, it smells so good. Y'all need to try this recipe out, I tell you. The food is ready, and you are all invited. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.